Hello! Today I bring you a watercolor painting by Roy Kerswill, 21 by 27 framed, and it is 12 1/4 by 18 1/2 by sight under glass, measured. When you take a measurement under a mat like this, you add 1/8 of an inch because you assume that there's going to be a lip of paper underneath this mat holding it in. But what I can see in this opening here is that we've got 12 1/4 by 18 1/2. This painting here is a watercolor, very nicely done. Looks like it is a representation of the Grand Tetons, which makes sense because Roy Kerswill was painting in Jackson Wyoming, near Grand Teton National Park. I say representational because representational art leans a little, is an abstraction leaning towards realism versus impressionism, which is just an abstract gesture. Who was it that Monet said, we don't look at the folds in the dress when we're looking at them, but we look at a sort of a gesture. We look at the implication of the color in the swoop. So it's not impressionism. I would qualify this as representational realism. Roy Kerswill was known for his oil paintings, though. Oil paintings, figurative storytelling. He wrote this book, a pictorial, which I got from the library, so that's why that's over here, but a pictorial story of the Oregon and California Trail. Now, we can fall down a little bit of a rabbit hole with this, because if we look at these figurative storytelling paintings of Roy Kerswill's, we can see that there might have been some influence by an artist, Carl Roeder, he won a commission to paint the murals in the mural room of the Jackson Lake Lodge in the 1950s. The commission was headed by Rockefeller Jr. And so I think that there may have been some influence in the way that Kerswill is painting in his style. We see this style again in Missouri artist Thomas Benton. Thomas Benton, figurative storyteller, was in Kansas City, Missouri. So if we look at the Oregon to California Trail, it actually started in Missouri, comes up into Oregon, comes down into California, and Kerswill actually ended up in Wyoming because he's an Englishman that after a stint in the Navy went up into Alaska with some friends, took a canoe down and I think the Colorado River, and ends up in Jackson, Wyoming, living for a time, painting, and his paintings were actually going for about $10,000 to $8,000, as we see in a newspaper article that was published 2019 in Jackson, Wyoming. We see that there was a mural in the Alpenhof hotel that during the sale, after the sale of the hotel and sort of a renovation of the hotel, the mural was lost. It had been taken down off of the wall, and nobody knew where it went until somebody read the article that they were looking for the painting and decided that the painting was in their storage. They recognized the painting in the newspaper article and said, hey, we found this in 2020. So a year later, the painting pops back up. So in this article, we see that his paintings are going for about $10,000 to $8,000 during his lifetime. He was in a gallery out of Scottsdale, Arizona, but that gallery has since closed. I can't get any more information from the gallery owner. And so now we're looking at public records, and public records are showing that when Kerswill died in 2012, there was a little spike in sales. His paintings were going for about $3,000 to $2,000, and now they're just declining. The sales are declining. His watercolors aren't going for as much money. But here's the kicker. This book was published by Pioneer Press, and on the back of this book it says Heritage Associates. Well, now if we look at the corporate documents for both of those companies, the two companies were administratively dissolved in 2012. But Heritage Associates, their corporate documents say, under the laws of Turks and Caicos. So Turks and Caicos, is good for putting money if you've got a trust or I think. And that's where we come to the next question. At the beginning of the book, it says, the production of these paintings was made possible by Leggett and Platt, Incorporated of Carthage, Missouri. Missouri again, and its chairman and CEO, Harry M. Cornell, Jr. Now, Mr. Cornell, Jr. revolutionized the bed spring market. And he took his company, Leggett and Pratt, from a couple $1 million to maybe $6 billion during his lifetime. So the question is, why are these people with trusts interested in the production of paintings by Roy Kerswill? And why is the price of these paintings declining when the originals that are in this book are somewhere? Where are they? Who has them? So my thought is that at some point, the original paintings that are in this book are going to reach the market, unless they're being sold privately. But I think that at some point, we're going to see these paintings reach the open market, as people are passing on, first Kerswill, then McCabe, and I think we're going to see a raise in these prices. And so it's my idea that although you're not paying a hefty price now for these paintings, the price of these paintings will increase in a couple years' time. So I believe that the people on these auction sites, on these public record art network sites, are doing Kerswill a disservice by buying the paintings at a lower price. So if you want to buy these paintings at a lower price, gather them up now and hold on to them, because I believe that these paintings are going to increase in price. And you can go over to my eBay right now, where I've got this painting listed for $2,500 to watercolor. It's beautiful. I think that there's a similar painting at the National Museum at Duke University, if they still have it. And I would call this an investment piece. But this isn't advice, I'm just saying these are my thoughts. That's my disclaimer. Anyway, I hope you liked this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like.